I'm Foster Sin. I'm the mayor of Newberry. It was a tragic 24 hours in Newberry to have 4 young people, all children of God, whose lives were not supposed to end so soon. We are greatly saddened and extend our sympathies to the families. We appreciate the excellent work of the City of Newberry Police Department and Chief Goodman, the Newberry County Sheriff's Office, and Sheriff Foster, SLED, and other agencies as they investigate, and those representatives plus members of our city and county council are here. While we don't know the details of this situation, gun violence must stop. Young people with guns is a national problem, it's a state problem, and it's a problem in Newberry. The great majority of our young people are doing the right things. For those turning to guns, there can be a tragic and senseless endings, such as what we had in Newberry this weekend. This morning, Chief Goodman, the Newberry County Sheriff's Office, School District Superintendent Alvin Presley, members of City Council and County Council, and City Manager Matt DeWitt met for an update. Laura Neese, our coroner, we'll now call on her, please.
Thank you, Mayor. I know I've gotten several inquiries on the identification of the young men that were involved in the shooting incident over the past several days, so I'll go ahead and release that now. The first shooting incident that happened in the early morning hours of May 22nd, that young man's name was Micaiah Davis. He was 16 years of age. The 3 young men that were involved in the shooting incident yesterday afternoon, the first one is Jaquindon Tolan, 18 years of age, Jasir Robinson, 15 years of age, and Sontarius Davis, 19 years of age. All 4 gentlemen were from the Newberry area. A forensic autopsy is scheduled for this week. Thank you.
Chief Goodman.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you all for being here today. As the mayor has just said, in the past 24 hours has been tragic here in Newberry. Newberry community has lost 4 of our young people to gun violence. Earlier Sunday morning, a 16-year-old male died from a apparent gunshot wound, and later that afternoon, later Sunday evening, we lost 3 males, 15, 18, and 19 years old, to gun violence. As a lifelong resident of Newberry, not just the chief of police, someone who loves this community, someone who loves the youth in this community, I'm in disbelief and I hurt to the core. We're losing our young people at an alarming rate, and some things have got to change. These 4 young men are left behind parents, siblings, friends, and other family members that love them and want nothing but the best for them. Somehow, some way, we as a community, as a village, have to find a way to reach our young people to avoid these type of meetings. To recap this weekend again, early Sunday morning, around 12:05 a.m., there was a shooting in the 700 block of Y Street. 16-year-old male was shot and later died from his injuries at Newberry County Memorial Hospital. Later Sunday evening, approximately 2:51 p.m., another shooting took place in the 2400 block of Eleanor Street, where there was 3 males that died from apparent gunshot wounds, 15, 18, and 19 years old. These shootings were within a block of each other. We're still putting a lot of the information together at this time. Investigators from the Newberry City Police Department, led by Lieutenant Matthew Metz, the Newberry County Sheriff's Office, led by Major Robert Dennis, SLED, Newberry County Coroner's Office, worked tirelessly through the night to the early hours, following up on information. And they're still doing that currently as we speak, trying to figure out if these 2 shootings are connected in any way whatsoever, and hopefully we'll be able to get back with you on an update for that. One thing that we do know is that all these victims knew each other, and they at least were associates and was in the same social circle. But that's all we know at this point. These homicides are still in the very early stages of the investigation. And again, the agencies that are heading this is the Newberry City Police Department, Newberry County Sheriff's Office, SLED, and Newberry County Coroner's Office. I want to take time to say to my Newberry community, we must stay prayerful. We must come together and work together to find a way to help our young people. Our department will continue to partner with SLED, ATF, DEA, the Sheriff's Department, and local FBI office out of Columbia to tap into the resources that they have that we don't have access to try to keep the city of Newberry safer. To the young people of Newberry, understand this. We love you, and I love you. And I want nothing but the best for you. I'm here for you, and we have to do better. That's all.
That was all of the prepared remarks we have. We would entertain some questions, not sure what we can answer, so, thank you.
How are they connected? Like, how do you know they know each other from school or?
From school, just, it's a small community, so you kind of know who kind of hangs out with each other and that kind of thing, so yes, ma'am.
Were all of them still students or most of them?
That's more of a school district question. My understanding, some were, maybe one or two of them were still in school, and the other ones had recently graduated, maybe.
Have you made any arrests at this point?
No, sir.
And do you have any suspects or persons of interest that you're looking at?
No, sir, not at this point.
And any motives or anything that was on the scene that might suggest a motive for what took place?
No, sir, we're still, again, combing through all the stuff that we found at the scene and all the information to help us lead to that.
Shooting at that area?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Was that the first shooting in that area?
You talking about ever?
Yeah, during that shooting, yeah.
No, we've had shootings in that area before. Yes, ma'am.
Do you think there could be the potential for more, maybe potentially retaliatory shootings in response to these two?
Well, as I said yesterday, it's hard to say that, right, when you don't really know all the players. So it's hard to answer that question. The way it's leading, hopefully not, but we don't know that right now.
Have you guys had conversations on, like, I guess, what your response will be, just to staying ready as far as if there is any retaliation?
Yes, sir, and that's what, I'm sorry, yes, ma'am, that's part of why we met this morning, to talk about a plan going forward.
And I know some schools were actually virtual today, if I'm correct.
That's right.
So was there more plans for the rest of the week to kind of keep these kids virtual or just an increased presence of police?
So I'll refer you to Mr. Alvin Presley, I want to say is the school superintendent. He will be able to answer that for you. I think he's meeting with his board now to discuss all of that.
Do you have any reason to believe that this may have been gang-related, these shooting incidents?
Again, we don't know that at this point.
Have you guys ever dealt with something of this magnitude?
Not of this magnitude, no, sir. I've been here 27 years, and not of this magnitude, no.
If you could just speak about, you touched on it briefly, but the emotions that you're going through, seeing, these young lives just end
Okay.
so soon in your community.
Well, just kind of off script. I mean, I've been here my entire life. I started mentoring and coaching when I was a sophomore at Newberry College. So I'm really, really connected and with the youth. It's always been a passion of mine, and that's true to this day. I still go out and try to play a little basketball against them. I very seldom win, but I try to do that just to keep that relationship. So it's personal. These are not just kids that's just Newberry kids. These are my kids, kids that I spend time with, and so it's hard.
Is the community cooperating with helping out with leads, or are you guys finding it tough to kind of get people to speak about what they may have seen or heard? So
The community is helping some.
Do you have any reason to believe that these incidents may have been connected to the shooting incidents in March on Pearl Street?
Oh, no, sir.
On the off chance that maybe, other teams who may know something or may be involved, and they may watch one of these stories, any message to them? We can talk about, having a plan this morning in case something
Right.
happens.
Just reach out to us. You can always give me a call, reach out to me on Facebook, however, and I'll be more than happy to come and meet with you. Or just find any officer from any of these agencies that's up here. As long as we get the information, it really doesn't matter if it's me or one of my investigators, somebody from the county, or somebody from SLED. Just whoever you're comfortable with, we need all the information we can get at this point.
On that same note, how is the community response? Are they helping?
They are helping, yes.
leading into the summer, the kids are going to be out of school. So what do you want to tell kids and parents that try to help them stay off the streets and stay out of trouble? Is there going to be any kind of programs to keep them busy? Or?
That I don't know of. I mean, right now, we just got to love on our kids and keep them as close as we can to us.
Yeah, I might say something there,
Okay.
if you don't mind. It's one thing we talked about today. Short term, we're seeking justice. Longer term, we talked about we need to redouble our efforts on things, working with young people in the community. We talked about that COVID had slowed some of those things down, but now we had the opportunity to work to get all our programs restarted as a community, and that was one of the things we addressed this morning.
Is there a trend or anything you're noticing in terms of where they're getting guns?
No, ma'am. We're still looking into that, like where are they getting them? We're trying to figure that out as well, yes.
Would you, going off that, would you say there is an increased concern just with a couple incidents we've heard statewide with young people getting guns around these ages? Would you say that, your concern is heightened with this incident and just about young people having access to this?
Absolutely, yes. Is that it?
Were there any weapons recovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ma'am.
At both?
At the, no, Sunday evening, yes, ma'am.
How many?
I'm not sure. That was a SLED processed the crime scene. I know they recovered some. I'm not sure exactly how many they recovered.
What do you have to say to parents and students who may have fears? I'm just trying to put myself in the mindset of, going back to school knowing this many other teens were shot and just having that fear of
Right.
gun violence.
Well, I don't want to speak on the school part. Again, Mr. Presley will do that. But as far as the community is concerned, just know that, again, law enforcement in Newberry County as a whole, we're passionate about our people. We're passionate about our community. We're passionate about our kids. And we're going to do everything in our power. And we will tap into every resource that's out there to make sure that this community is safe at all times.
What connection do you believe there could be between the two, given that, I know you said that one of the individuals who was shot and killed Sunday afternoon was questioned in connection to the first shooting?
The only connection that I'll speak on is that they were all friends at some point. They were all friends and we're all associates in the same social circle. Yes.
And when they apprehended the suspects, can you talk about the charges that they will be facing?
I'll speak on that later. Right now, again, it's just too much we don't know.
Have you gotten a chance to, speak with the family and speak to them of the past of what's happened and maybe how they're going through this process right now?
I have spoken to some of the family members, yes, ma'am, but not everybody. And again, we're leaning on each other, okay? Again, I know some of these family members, so we're just kind of leaning on each other and pulling that strength from each other to get through all of this.
So when it first happened, the first one, were neighbors awake or were there several people on the street already? How were you called to the scene so early in the morning? Were there?
The neighbors heard the gunshots and called. Right.
And then how about the second one? Were there a lot of people?
Same thing, neighbors heard gunshots and called. Okay.
Anything else? We appreciate y'all coming today. And we will follow up accordingly as we have information.